G'day everyone, and welcome to the Opal Meals. Just kidding. I saw that he subscribed to the channel. Big fan. Anyway, I just wanted to cut some stones today. Last night I was working on trying to find the specific stone for just a ring I wanted to set. I thought I had this one all perfectly lined out and it was going to work, but it ended up, by the time I got it down to where it needed to be, I'd lost color on one side and it wasn't exactly what I wanted, so I did come up with this one right here that I set in it just as a fun little something to do last night. Little piece of Cooper Petey. That one would have been prettier if it had worked out. There it is. This is the ones we're going to cut today. Just some stuff that I was thinking might turn into something. Got a little bit of green crystal right there. I believe this is a Lightning Ridge piece that I got off of Opal auctions. I'm sure it is. This one right here is just a Gemmy little piece of crystal that I try to get a pointer out of. Really kind of a Gemmy piece right there. Then we got another little green piece here that might turn into something. I guess the theme today is green. Most of this is going to be greenish. Let's see what we can get. Maybe we'll start with this one. That's going to be, it's probably 6 or 8 carats as it sits. So let's see if we can get 2 carats out of it. Start by looking at our edges and see what we got for color bar. Warm up the old fingers. It's a super nice day. I got the door to the shop open. Everyone's over there in the riding arena riding horses. There we go, I put my glasses on, now I can see. Alright, so we got a color bar in there. It's going to be kind of a pinfire green. Kind of rises up right here in this corner and it's going to make it tough. It's right there, it's right there, it's right there. That corner is going to be the limiting factor. See how far back we got to go. There it is. Take it to right there. Now let's look at the top. As Justin would say, I'm going in. Learning to, I like to establish the bottom. Oh, dang. Look at that color that just bubbled up in the bottom. I'm learning to not take the thickness down till the very end, because sometimes, especially with that Lambina stuff, what you thought was going to be your color bar doesn't end up being your color bar, or it ends up diving, and you need to be able to kind of roll the stone a little bit. Still getting through this epoxy layer. Ooh, there's some color showing. Just coming through. Just coming through. And there's an inclusion on the top of it. Got some sand on the top of it. It's just going to be a broad flash of green. Not a huge fan of broad flash. if I can get, there you go. Start shaping it. This is where we start thinking about what we can get out of it to maximize it. Not a fan of freeform, so I'm going to go for either an oval or a round, probably oval. I want to minimize the waste. There, it's almost turned into a teardrop all of a sudden. Actually, you know what that's starting to turn into? Little heart. What if we did that? Sort of turned into a heart right there. This is the tricky part. Use the finer grit wheel. That. Just refine it a little bit now. Can you still see me? Yeah, you can still see me. Got a little bit of an inclusion up here in this. There we go. Just kissing the wheel. There we go. We got a little green broad flash. I'll lean this over, it catches. Some rolling broad flash there. There's a good way to start. Clean that up once it stops. We go with this. We go with the lightning ridge. This one could be nice. I think there's some color right here, but it's just a thin piece, and I think the reason why I haven't cut this one before is it has this, I don't know if you can see that big kind of, yeah, you can see a big gouge right there in the front. So I don't think I got enough cover bar to go down and get through that, but what I'm going to do is try and see if I can't face it from the bottom and hope that I don't have sand or a hole in the bottom that will stop me from doing that. I could cut this off real quick, save that little scrap of color, but I won't. Keep losing it. And it's got a sharp edge on there that keeps grabbing. Let's do something different here. There we go. Now we just got the sand in between them. Another fine wheel and we'll see what we got. Colors look bright, but man, that sand is not looking promising. See that sand right there goes all the way to the top. I don't know if any of that sand's going to come out. You want to know the truth? This was from Opal auctions, 53 frogs, and if you try to go pick up some of the cheaper pieces, Lightning Ridge, they're called gamble pieces, and that's true, but they're gamble like lottery gamble. The seller's not making a gamble, the buyer is, and the odds are about the same as a lottery ticket. So as long as you know that going in, but I'll bet I paid 30 or 40 bucks for that little piece thinking it would turn into something, because you couldn't see that big thing out of the top when I got it from the videos, and that's 40 bucks in the, probably in the garbage, let's see, but that's why I was saying spend a little bit more instead of a little bit less and have a better chance of coming up with something. I bet you that sand's going to come all the way up through the face. That's a dang shame. Look at that color. try. Got nothing if it doesn't come out, other than just a little teeny pointer. Let me think about that. I mean, I could get something right there, but that wouldn't even make. I mean, to me, that's too small even for an earring or something. So, put a pin in that one. Let's jump to this really crystally piece. This one, man, if there's something that ought to just kind of clean up into something cool, that one's it. Which side should we face it from is the question. This side's got more green. This side's got more orange with the green, so we're gonna try and make that our top. It's small, so we're gonna go in slow. It's pretty. It's gonna be two-sided. It's gonna be two-sided. That was the side that I was gonna do as the bottom. Just a beautiful display of color all the way around. We got this sand right here. That sand right there that's gonna probably hurt us because I see it on both sides. That sand is going to kill us there. You're going to have to get rid of that best color right there on the tip. The sand goes all the way through right there. Man, that's a crystal, beautiful piece. Ones like that you wish were 10 times that size. Alright, I think. Can you see that? I don't think you're seeing as much as I'm seeing, but get a minute here, I'll get the camera in a different angle. Just a little bit of that sand hurting me. I have to hope it'll roll out from there. That's beauty. All right. This one might be that one, only bigger. Again, it looks like there's mostly color here. Let's see how I can face it to maximize this front. That doesn't do me any good. So that is our face. Right there. bottom for it here. The top really can't be bigger than the bottom, so you're kind of limited sometimes on what your bottom gives you. The bigger I can make the bottom, each grind I do is thinning it out, but the bigger I can make the bottom, the bigger the overall stone can be. And because the color bar was kind of angled, so I'm trying to bring the bottom up to where that matches parallel to that face. I'm gonna go get my light so you can see this stuff better. All right, let's see if this There you go. See what I'm seeing? And then this one, that I don't think you got a good look at. Look at that. A ripper. That's the bottom. Big broad flashes of green. And then my lightning ridge, Opal auctions. Money not well spent. That's why they call it a gamble, but the gamble's on your side. Always remember that. Dang! That sand hurts worse when you look at it close, right? Okay. Oh, that's a different one. We haven't started that one yet. Alright, let's start. That's our face. Kind of depends on how it starts to show up in this side. Oh yeah. Now we just got to figure out what we can save. Clean up the edge a little bit. Big oval. Big oval, I think. This one's gonna hurt. Gotta take off a lot of that beautiful color right there to make it just oval. That's the downside. I'm a big fan of Roy's channel as well, but as I've said a dozen times, I'm not a big fan of freeform and carving. I mean, I think they're beautiful. I think sometimes if you want to get the most out of a stone, but I think for aesthetics and for actual, if you want value, I think very often, like I was looking at a stone that somebody was asking a price on a Facebook page, and he stated that they left it as big as possible, so they had it freeform. It was 8.6 carats of freeform, and my initial impression was, if you cut that down to 6 and made it a beautiful oval, it would be worth more. If what you're looking for is dollar-wise, value-wise, it would be worth more as an oval at 6 carats than as a freeform at 8 carats. That's just me. I'm thinking about what would I be willing to spend. How about that? So we're losing a third of it to get it down to that oval shape, but at the end I think it's worth it to me. Sorry, I got lost in my own head there for a minute again. Just enjoying it. Trying to make the right decision. I think we'll dop it up to finish it. The reason why I was thinking so hard is you see this is kind of chipped. Obviously we got enough color bar to bring it in. We got a real low spot on that side, and I was trying to decide, we got a low spot on this side. I'm trying to decide how much I have to bring it in to where rolling it will fix that. It might be a lot more, but we'll have to see. All right, we got two more. We got two more. We got this one. It's kind of got a dreamy little wisp of green in the middle. I don't know what it'll turn into. And we got this one while I got the light out. Again, that one's going to cut something with some green pin fire for sure. It's all color bar. Another big, maybe a cabochon on that one. What do you think? We might wait on this one right here. Well, maybe we'll wait on this one. This will make another video. I don't want this to get too long, so let's explore this one that I'm less sure about, since we've already got a couple of nice ones going. The hard thing here is to know how to face this. This is obviously Lambina. If any of you are new, Lambina is the field that it was mined in Australia. Might get away with facing it that way. That's the biggest way we can face it. Check from the back side and see what. I got those right there that I got to deal with that have to come out. It's fairly deep. This one will roll out. That one's not going to roll out till it gets a little closer to the edge. Again, I'm making my base. You have to change where the base is to get parallel to where the color bar is facing. Okay, we kind of know the shape of what we got to deal with now. All right. That's what we're looking at. There's the bottom. There's the top. It's kind of got that little cluster in the middle that's good, and the rest of it's kind of weak. We might reduce it down to get something small and bright rather than something big and weak. What would you do? Taken away. I think we can work with what we got left there. I think that the rest of it might roll out. Go. I think we saved the best part of it. That little piece that's inclusion should roll out. It's not going to be super bright in any way, but it's going to be pretty. Alright, let me get these ready to dop them up. I may or may not video the last stages, just because I'm trying to keep these videos around the 15 to 30 minute mark. That's about the attention span of most people, it looks like. Just looking at how long people tune in for. Not everybody has 45 minutes to an hour. Okay. Bring it back when they're getting closer. Alright, that's what we ended up with. The heart is way more green than you're seeing right now. I don't know why it's coming through as yellows, because it's almost all green, but... So, which one's your favorite? I can tell you this one right here, I took it down as much as I could trying to get rid of the sand on the side, and never quite got it out. You can kind of see it there. Just you take it down anymore, and you don't end up with anything now. But there's no point in making it even smaller. Too bad, because that is just a killer piece. The Lightning Ridge from Opal Auctions just ate up with sand. You can say, well, it's a gamble. Yep, it was, but they're gambles that are designed that you're going to lose most of them. The heart, I think, turned out really cool. And then this one is faint. This one isn't real bright, but it's kind of cool. Got a green play of color in it and a little bit of a Milky Way kind of pattern through it. It's not videoing the best right now, but just a cool little one. I think the King Stone, hands down, that one came out just killer. And I think we got everything out of that one we could. I had to really just, everything had to work out right. I had to roll that dome pretty low, or meaning pretty high, to be able to not have to take it down smaller, because it had that big divot in one side. Move the light around it. My camera can't keep up when I move the light. That's what causes that. I'm just trying to hit the light to mimic what would be if I could turn the stone if I had an extra hand. Let's measure them and see what we got. Okay, smallest to largest, I guess. You want to take your guess? I'm going to guess 0.45. Ooh, it's huge! Half a carat. 0.58. I don't cut very many that big because, I mean, what would you do with that? But when they got color that good on them, then you do. Alright, next biggest one would have been this Lightning Ridge one. Don't know if there's any point in measuring it because it can't be anything because of that stupid sand. Just under a carat. Can't cut anything out of that. Do our green friend. I'm going to say that one is a 2.5. $2.17. Good thing I didn't say 3. Our heart ended up with that little inclusion right there on the side, and it was teeny, and when I started trying to rub it out, it got bigger, so I stopped right there. Deal with that later. We're going to say this one is, that one's 2.5. 2.36. Alright, now our best one here. In my opinion, the best one. These white bulbs really wash it out bad. That white light bulb. I need to. The only ones I have is super yellow or super white, and the white ones just don't bring this color out the best. But I'm gonna say we got, might be another 2.5, but I'm praying for 3. B3. Oh, not even 2. That one surprised me. 1.9. 1.9. It's just thin. Ended up being thin to be able to roll it down. Get the hair off of there. It's not too thin. It's still going to set nice. Let me show you this one just in daylight through the window here, because that's where I think you can see it best. That's how it would look if you had it on your ring or something, just out in the daylight. That one, no complaints there. That one turned out even better than I thought. Beautiful play of color, all the colors. It's going to show something no matter which direction it's pointed. I'm pleased. Alright, well there we go. Cut a few nice ones today. And that one's going to be really pretty and something. I want to welcome all the new subscribers. We've actually been picking up a few. I think maybe the next video I'll actually do the story of why I have this channel. Some of the people that will be joining the channel will maybe appreciate that. And it's probably not what most people do Opal channels for. But I'm enjoying learning and cutting and enjoy sharing. I do stuff like this because I enjoy sharing with people that also like doing stuff like this. If you enjoyed this one, I'm going to do a bunch like this where we just cut something, see how they turn out. I learn, I get better as we go. Maybe you'll learn something from my mistakes. That's the benefit, is let me make the mistakes and maybe you can learn something from it. If you'll subscribe, like, and comment, if you do all 3 of those things, it really helps the channel grow. I'm going to do the first giveaway that's promised when we hit 100 subscribers, and then we'll do mile marks past that.